All right, guys, we got a fun one on our hands this morning. Let me tell you, I think we're basically going to be working blind with the Volvo 200 here. Let me show you what we got. All right, we are back down here on our community boat dock project, and the goal for today is to try to get some of this backfilled and get it filled in here a little bit so we can get the welders in here to start working on the wall. If you guys remember from the previous videos, we had a company come in here and drive this wall for us. The last video, or one of the last videos, we hauled a lot of this rock in out of the abandoned quarry next door, and the goal for today is to get some of this rock placed. What's going to be the tricky part is orange dot to orange dot, the stability of the wall is somewhat in question. So as we fill up on this side of the wall, we also have to fill up on the outside of the wall to make sure it stays in place. The ultimate goal is to keep 4 foot of water on the outside of the wall. Any boat that's going to be docked in there, 4 feet of water will be sufficient for them. And like I said, working blind, obviously I can't see through the water, so we're just going to have to kind of feel our way around and see what's going. So I think what we're going to do is probably walk the 200 down here and try to get this area here somewhat filled in so we can get the excavator out to the wall so we can work in this direction, and that way we can just kind of feel on both sides of the wall with the boom in the bucket and see where we're at. We do have one extra load of dirt rock on Bubba Dump. We got the case DL 550 down here as well. We'll probably start packing some of that rock down here. We're going to make an absolute disastrous mess out of the park here, but that's kind of to be determined this time of year. It kind of is what it is. We got to get this done. It's kind of a time sensitive project with our permits and everything. We do have permits to do everything we're doing here working in the river. Got a lot of them, to be honest with you, like 7 permits. And obviously we want to have this ready for boating season next year, so it's kind of go time. We got to go. I guess once we're down there working by the river, the mud's, oh my goodness, that's slick. The mud's really not going to matter anymore. It's going to be wet either way, right? All right, let's do it. All right, guys, we are going down. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but I probably should just make it a little bit steeper what it looks. The main thing we don't want to do, this is a demo machine from Volvo. They were nice enough to let us give it a try and see what we think. I'm pretty sure they would prefer that I don't take it for a swim. I don't think Volvo makes boats. We definitely don't want to do that. Oh, easy now. Need to get a little bit of this pushed out there so I can get up on that pile is what I need to do. I'm sitting in a very precarious angle. Water from orange dot to orange dot, obviously it slopes up towards the bank, and it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 12 feet deep. So there is enough water out there. If we're not careful, we're going swimming. Swimming is not on my to-do list today. Come on, roll out there. There we go. Get set up here, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Going in. Got myself walked out here. Let's kind of test the waters here, see where we're at depth-wise. Oh yes, that's definitely a little deeper than anticipated. What are we over here? Dang, that's still pretty deep. That's a rock. What are we over here? Man. It's going to take a few loads there, folks. It is going to take a few loads. So after testing the waters there a little bit, here's kind of my plan of attack. We're going to take some of this rock here. I'm going to try to work it out there closer to that wall, and I want to make sure I kind of watch how it behaves. We definitely don't want to push the wall over, as we don't have the equipment here to put that back in. Once we kind of get out there to where I can comfortably reach over it, at that point we may take some of those bigger rocks over there, kind of set down through there. On our core permit, they prefer us to have some rock on the outside of the wall because it creates fish habitat, and we're basically eliminating some fish habitat here. So by adding rock on the outside, that's kind of the compromise with the core for that. So that will kind of kill two birds with one stone, and to make the core happy, it'll allow us to stabilize our wall, and it'll also protect our wall in the future from future erosion, especially if we get some of those bigger rocks over there. So let's see if we can splash around here, make a little bit of progress heading out, and get a little closer to that wall so we can work on the other side of it. Works. I got me a decent little pad set up that I feel somewhat comfortable on. Got these bigger rocks we dumped off to the side the other day. What I want to do is dump these guys right down the outside of that wall. Oh, it's gonna be a little more of a stretch than I thought. Come on, baby. There we go. Perfect. That actually worked really well. Listen, Melina, I got one rock over the wall without getting wet or knocking the wall down.
I saw that.
It's a little bit of a hope and a prayer method.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need a couple more loads to get you a little further out.
You're gonna need more in a few. I don't want to get any more on this side of the wall until I get something on the other side of the wall, though.
Well, how deep is the water in front of you? Did you check it?
Yeah, it's about 10 feet.
Yeah, don't go in there.
I said Volvo let us demo an excavator, not a boat, so we gotta be careful.
No snorkels involved.
No snorkels involved. Let me see if we can get a couple more big rocks on the outside of the wall, and then we'll maybe dump your load down here.
Okay.
And then I don't know. This is kind of a figure out as you go system here.
Fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, it's but I mean, this used to be water and now it's not, so we're making progress.
Definitely making headway. Big rock. Oh, we gotta watch him. He's gonna splash us. Big rock number 2 going in. Nice. I was literally just getting ready to say, that was very smooth, DP. Good job. This next really big one might not go as well. Walk out and go splash us again. We might get wet on this one. I'm in a real bad spot for this one.
Now this might be the one somebody's going to get wet on.
I would assume so. I did get wet, but is that where you wanted it, DP? I don't think there's no fetching it back there, buddy. What was that comment you made to me a second ago? I don't want anything else on this side of the wall.
I got another rock for you outside. If this was my machine, I would have committed to this on it, but I'm trying to be respectful of not going swimming.
So now let's be honest. Let's pull some lemonade out of this lemon. That rock landed on the wrong side of the wall, but the wall did not go anywhere. So that honestly makes it a positive thing. That was good.
Slide Bubba over the hill and see what we got. See if we can get out there far enough and get some stuff dumped over there. I don't know.
All right, Matt's gonna slide his way over the hill here. We're gonna try to take that load, get it dumped right here, get built out. I wanna get built out to the wall in one place and then start working down the wall. If I get out to the wall, I feel like I can keep a better eye on it. So the wall feels pretty solid right here, so we'll let Matt, oh boy, go downriver a little bit. It is a slimy, slick mess up there. Need you downriver a hoe truck with. Straighten her up, straighten her up. Better straighten her up hard. There you go. Come straight on back at that angle, you'll be good. Come on, Bubba. Hang in there, truck. Brakes are working. Come on back. Come straight on back. Work right there, let her fly. to get back out. Now what are you gonna do, Mr. Millennial? Oh, he said don't give up on him yet. He's gonna get her. He going. Make a mess out of the park before this is over with, but we'll get her cleaned up. All in the name of progress. All right, let's get this spread out a little bit and then see what she looks like. All right, let's see if we can gently work this pile out to the wall here. One bigger rock right there. This water is a lot deeper than what we anticipated, which means it's obviously going to take a lot more material, but thank goodness the neighbor over there that owns the old quarry is going to be nice enough to let us get some of this material, which will greatly help out the community. I don't know how much we're going to be able to haul in and out of here with the weather the way it is, but we're going to make do with what we can. Matt has hopped on the BL550 here. This is going to be an absolutely perfect application of this thing between the mud and dealing with all this rock. It's incredible how much power that thing has. Let's take a little bit of dirt with it, but that'll be all right. I couldn't imagine trying to do this with a 240 between the mud and being scared to death of ruining tracks. This thing is the cat's meow, let me tell you. See how stable this beast is going down over the hill here. He looks a little nervous in there. You're good. Oh yeah, that thing's a beast. That's gonna work nice. That's gonna be just a ticket.
Moving rock with the Minotaur. Gotta love being able to play in other people's equipment. It takes some getting used to, I will tell you that. This sucker has got the power and it's got the grit. But it is definitely a different animal when it compared to a skid steer. is fast. Things get a little steep down here in just a second, but it handles it perfectly fine.
Explained it that well. Obviously we're going to need more material than we originally thought we did, so I'm going to take this machine back over here, load out. I'm hoping we can dump it and place at least 5, 6, maybe 7 loads with the Minotaur. That'll keep us from having to haul a second excavator in. Worst case scenario, we'll have to get the 120 or the 210 and have one at the pile and one over there. Eventually we'll have to walk this over there anyways. We'll have to place some more big rocks on the outside of that wall as we get ourselves worked down through there, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. Step number 1 for now is get truck loaded, so. right, got us a pretty decent load on old Bubba there. The road conditions have not improved since yesterday, so hopefully we'll make it up the hill all right. Fingers crossed. Across the road and see if we can get this one dumped safely. Look, Matt's getting along pretty good. We're gonna let him get that one dumped, get him out of the way, and I think we're gonna try to back in and get right over in that corner. Working his way out to that wall. That wall seems to be staying put, so that's a good thing. All right, Matt got that in here and got it dumped all right. Unfortunately, the camera did not record. Sorry about that, but next question is, can he get out of here? So, come on, Bubba. Oh yeah, we got it. Perfect. Well, mud's not going to slow us down today. So the plan is now we'll take the 550. I'm going to kind of watch Matt as he just kind of nudges this out towards the wall. I feel like we got the outside of the wall chalked pretty good to about right there. Past that, I want to be a little bit careful about what we do. So he's got her pretty close to worked out right here. Looks good. How much of a bulldozer do we have on our hands, folks? There's a big rock in there somewhere I think he's got a hold of. Well, we found the limits of the 200 today. We might as well find the limits of this guy too. Oh, that is, he's hooked on a big rock in there. Whoa, easy now. My golly, he got through it. I'm pretty impressed. Everything we're tracking and working on right now seems to be pretty doggone solid, which is a good sign. I don't remember putting a big rock in there, but there must be a big rock right there. This is going to work out good. We'll get that built out far enough. We'll get another load of big rocks in here, and then we can set the 200 there again and work our way down. So, liking what I'm seeing. We'll let Matt keep doing his thing. Let's head over and get our load.
It takes a minute to get used to it.
It don't matter what you're operating, it sucks in these rocks.
Yeah.
Especially if you ain't got a place to really get turned around. But I'd say
smooth that out a little bit more out
I'd
there?
smooth it out a little bit, and then I'd get your water holes filled in.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll go get our load and
excellent.
keep going.
Hey, next time try not to hide a humongous one right in the middle.
I told him, I said, I don't remember loading that big one, but
I kept hitting him like, well, there's something big in here.
all right, looks good.
And forward.
All right, kind of got all the small little piles picked up I can. We're going to be back into the meat and potatoes part of the pile here now. I need another load of these bigger rocks, so we're probably going to sort some of this bigger stuff off to the side, possibly get it next load. We're going to have something to sit on the outside of that wall again. That seems to work really well. Take some of these bigger guys. Come on. Set them off over here. One of them on the next load, and this material right here. Perfect. What we need right now. This machine is definitely noticeably quicker than the 210. That looks like a big one. Well, it's not that bad. Cute little guy. Save him for later though. All right, let me get this truck loaded. We'll head back across the river. Oh, hang on. Get her done. Now that's a big one. Come out of there. Years and years and years I've dug out this pile with the 120 on a lot of rocks out of here. It sure is nice having a bigger machine to do it, let me tell you. All right, I think this is gonna work out pretty doggone well, guys. Got pretty good little material on the truck there. Got me a little bit of a backstop set up here. That way we can kind of take these larger rocks, bring them around, kind of crowd them in there. And that should allow us to get them loaded up pretty easy without a thumb. On the machine, I want to show you this one rock over here. I sorted that out, threw it off to the side. It's still got the hole in it from when it was drilled and blasted. I don't know, they put that somewhere for a little bit of decoration. Thought that was pretty cool. There's another one. I think it's this one right here. You can see where the hole went down through there, but it's kind of been, it got blasted apart. I guess that's the whole purpose of the blasting, huh? All right, let's head over and get this one dumped, and we'll come back to those larger ones. It is definitely sloppy. I still think this little bitty short hill right here is the sketchiest part of the whole trip. I possibly know from experience if you don't make it up the hill, you end up in the water. Wasn't a good day. Kinda got one shot at it, so come on, Bubba. Oh, we're spinning. Come on, baby. We're gonna make it. I will say, I feel a lot more confident in this truck, in our ability not to go in the water, than the other truck I was driving at the time. But it's one of those memories that don't go away. Like Matt's put a pretty big dent in the pile we had hauled in from the quarry. Oh, turn truck, don't hit the pile. All right, see if I can get this load done.
good. That's good. We're not gonna roll. Keep the best right there.
Well, it went pretty well. Got it right where we needed it. Matt's going to shove that off. We're going to kind of watch that wall for him again. That is going to work. Kind of skim across those big ones. We'll fill in with some smaller stuff in a minute. Leave that big one down there and get you some smaller stuff put over top of it. Sounds good. I'm going to go after them big rocks. All right. So like I was saying, I think the next thing we need to do is get another of those big rocks over here. We'll probably have to get the excavator back over here and get them placed on the outside of that wall again. I think this will get us about halfway to our other orange dot, so let's go see if we can get the big boys loaded up. All right, let's see if we can get these big boys loaded up. I got the truck parked a little bit farther away from me. Without the thumb, I got a little bit less control over them, so that way if one comes rolling out there at us, shouldn't hit the machine. A little bit of a insurance policy, if you would. I think what's saving our bacon on getting away without the thumbs, having this bigger bucket. Able to kind of get them scooped in yet. Honestly, it don't slow me down a whole lot at all, surprisingly. And kind of having the pile set up to where I can scoop them up against that pile of rock I left there definitely helps too. Works pretty good. Oh, that's the big one there. Gonna get her? Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's the prize winner. Hang on, Bubba. Perfect. Shook you right off the top. guys are having another rough day. That one right there is going to keep the excavator a little farther away from the truck when we're doing this. All right, I need like 3 more rocks on there, we'll be good to go. All right, let me get this rock up on top and get her to stay. Well, actually, it broke up into 2 rocks. Get both pieces up there to stay. Oh, come on. Got it. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I want to stay stretched out here so I ain't got to worry about a rock coming back and getting me. It also kind of puts me in a little bit of a bad angle up over the truck. That is kind of the lesser of 2 evils. Get one more on there. It's gonna be a load if we do. Oh, that's a big one too. That's a big one. Hope we don't regret this one. Stay in the bucket. Going there. Question is, will she ride? Oh yeah. Fell down the hole nicely. Perfect. All right, get her up. That turned out to be a pretty nice load of rocks. That definitely should do the trick we needed to do over there on the other end. So let's get them there.
That big one on top right there, Mike, you might want to stop or it might roll all the way to the wall. I don't know. Back up about 10 feet, get your little run at it. You got plenty of room there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's pretty close to that big rock. Cut her hard and back up to me. Cut her hard. There you go. You'll clear the rock now. Yeah, you see him back off of it because he was worried about not turning fast enough for that pole. Good thing that's his truck. I wouldn't do that in that thing. I mean, I would if it was mine, but it's not mine.
Mr. Millennial, what do you tell me all the time? It's not the truck, it's the driver.
Yeah, and they can definitely tell it's your truck. I even told him, I'm like, I would drive it like that, but it ain't my truck, so I'm not driving it like that.
I think, oh Bubba, the harder you drive it, the more it likes it.
Yeah, and I called you some names under my breath because I can't say those things on camera, but yes, you definitely drove the heck.
Good news, we're back on top. So, all right, we are getting late in the day. We got a little bit of rain starting to move in here a little bit, and they actually got a wedding up here at the community center this weekend. I think we're gonna put the blade back on the Minotaur and just kind of get this area cleaned up here a little bit so we do get a whole lot of rain, it don't kill us, and make it look halfway presentable for the weekend. All right, we're gonna switch over to the blade. Let's see if we remember how to do this. Just like that, we got us a dozer blade. Look at that, fancy.
Gonna smooth out the dirt with the dozer function.
Switched Matt out. He don't have a whole lot of time on the Minotaur running the blade, so it's a good place for him to get a little bit of experience. As you can see, just trying to get it somewhat cleaned up and presentable. Got a wedding up at the community center this weekend, and it's actually raining right now, so anything we do up there to keep that from holding water will definitely be a help as we go forward. But this down here honestly looks pretty good for what we had to deal with the conditions and everything. Pretty happy with it. Main thing is nothing went for a swim, nothing got stuck, and nothing got tore up or broke. So them are all some pretty big pluses for sure. But I think next time we get to work on this, hopefully we'll get a nice day or two here. Need to take these big rocks over here, probably walk the 200 back over here, and just get them placed on the outside of the wall. This is about as far as we have the big rocks on the wall now, so before we fill any more of this in, and make sure we got that secured. But that's gonna have to be another day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Want to make sure you don't miss out on the rest of the adventures. I'd consider subscribing. That way we can catch you guys on the next one. Later.